welcome to Back to School 2020, the virtual edition. Let me start off by saying that you all have done an amazing job getting your kiddos into the swing of things. We are all putting in overtime. You, your children, teachers, our office staff. Thank you for your questions and your feedback and your engagement. Thank you for your patience and your calmness during this odd start to the year. I actually came across something the other day that I wanted to take a minute to read out loud to you because it really sums up how I feel and how I hope that you feel right now too. So it says, look at how much you have already managed to adapt to. Look how resilient you have already been. There is no right way to respond to this because it's never, ever happened before. Give yourself some credit. There's no one in the world who has figured this out yet. So it's absolutely okay if you don't either. So try to keep a piece of that with you. I know these times are challenging, and just try to hold on to that idea that it's okay if you haven't figured it all out yet. I don't know anybody who has. I can speak for all of our staff members when I say that we want nothing more than to be back safely with our students. It's wonderful that I can hop onto Google Meets on a daily basis and pop into classrooms, but it sure does not beat seeing the students in person. So thank you for tuning in to our virtual Back to School. I have a couple of things that I want to share with you, and then I'll turn it over to your child's teacher. So attached to the message that had this video in it is also a form where you can ask questions. Please use that form. I will get back to you by Friday, and each teacher will also have their own form available. So you'll be able to ask them questions in that method as well, and they too will respond by Friday. Okay, so first off, a little bit about myself. I have been in LuCMR for a little over 20 years. I taught first grade, third grade, and fourth grade. And I most recently was working in the curriculum department where I actually got to work with all of the elementary schools in our area, and I learned a lot doing that. I'm super excited that I landed here at Grover Heights. It is a wonderful place to be, as most of you already know because you are returning students. My motto is both a question, what is best for students? And it's also a statement, what is best for students? So every decision we make here at Grover Heights is made through that lens of putting students first. Building connections is really, really important to me. Since I cannot do that in person, I am relying on connecting via email, Parent Square, Google Meets, the telephone. I appreciate all of the questions you have been asking and the feedback you have been giving. We've really made use of that and made changes and are continuing to make changes due to the feedback. So thank you for that. I'll be holding regular check-ins. I'm calling them parent principal coffees. Weekly for the month of September, and then probably monthly after that. We'll just see how things go. I'll be able to use this opportunity to give you any updates, answer any questions. I'll record these and put them on Parent Square so that if you can't attend, you can still see what we're talking about. So again, that form that I mentioned, there's a space for you to indicate your availability and whether or not you would be attending one of those meetings. And so please respond on that form. That'll help me schedule them, find a time where most people can join. Okay, on to some general school information. I wanted to give you a quick update on the social emotional component of distance learning. As you know, students in general might be struggling now more than ever with connecting with others. So as a district, we're holding what we're calling Friday Care groups. CARE stands for check-in, advise, redirect, engage. So this Friday Care meeting time allows teachers to focus on critical skills to help students build resilience during distance learning. We ask the students to rate their feelings on a simple scale, and that information helps the teacher know if anybody needs a little extra help. So TK through third grade students are learning about that scale for these first few weeks. If you are a parent of a 4th through 6th grade student, ask your child what the scale is. Ask them what the different colors are and what feelings are associated with those colors. and definitely start that conversation with your children. So these meetings are not counseling sessions. They're more like an advisory class at the middle or the high school level. Students are in smaller groups of 20 or fewer, and they have time to connect with one another. They have time to connect with their teacher. They learn some different strategies and skills that will help them during this time. If students do ask for help, or if they do indicate that a counseling session might be helpful, then all the regular procedures, including asking for parent permission to engage a student in counseling, all of those regular procedures are followed. Our care meetings at Grover Heights are every Friday from either 9 to 9:30 or from 9:30 to 10. So if you're not sure which group your child is in, definitely reach out to their teacher. And that login meeting counts for the synchronous part of the day. So your child after that may have some small group interaction. They might have some work to complete, some homework to catch up on, but that first care group login is what counts for the day. This year we'll also be adopting a social emotional curriculum that we can implement either during distance learning. It's also something we could implement once we return to in-person learning. So we hope to have something in place by the end of the first trimester. Another exciting program I want to tell you about is called One School, One Book. And the goal of this program is to help foster a love of reading, to build community, to increase literacy. It's a really fun way to do all of those things. So the basic idea is that each family in the school receives a copy of the same book, and we read it together. We ask families to read a portion nightly, or we provide read aloud so that you can listen together. We talk about the book in class. Siblings are reading the same book. Little buddies, big buddies are reading the same book. Staff members are all reading the same book. So as you can imagine, this can prompt some wonderful conversations about what everyone's reading, whether you're in kindergarten, 6th grade, anywhere in between, whether you're the adult involved. It's a really fun way to get connected. So we're planning on starting One School, One Book in the fall, but don't worry, we're not rushing into it. We know everyone needs some time to get settled. And speaking of reading, we are very excited that we will soon have the chance to let students check out books from our very own Grover Heights Library. And here's Miss Jackie to give you a sneak peek of what's to come.
Hi, Grover Heights families. This is Mrs. Jackie in the library, and I'm just here to show you a little bit about accessing our library online. Here I am on the Grover Heights Elementary School website. If you hover over Academics here and then scroll down to Library Media Center and click on that, that will take you to our library page. There's lots of fun stuff on this page. There's pictures of the kids. We also have links over here on the right, information about box tops, which has changed this year. Also read alouds here. This is picture books and chapter books that we've been recording and reading and recording online. So that's the link there. And there's also a link here that will send you to our Grover Heights Library collection. And there will be another video on that coming out soon with more information. So bye for now.
You can go ahead and click on that link and check it out now. We will be sending out some more directions next week, but you are welcome to check out the link a little bit later on after all the videos. Okay, so I wanted to also let you know about our supply pickup plan. We are adjusting as we go, and right now we're planning on having supplies available for pickup the first and the third Friday of the month. So these would be maybe if your child's teacher has some math workbook for them to pick up, or if they need some extra paper or something like that, they would have that put together for pickup. So we'll have the supplies out on the tables from 10:30 to 3:30. The first and the third Friday of the month, and your teacher will notify you if you have supplies to pick up. Not all classes will have things that they need to get picked up. So this Friday, September 4th, will be our first pickup day, and actually this Friday we'll be out there until 5 o'clock. So come by anytime between 10:30 and 5 if your teacher has supplies for you. We'll have everything set up on the grass, and please practice social distancing when you pick up your supplies. All right, moving along to attendance, and we are almost finished. Attendance continues to be just as important during distance learning. If your child is sick, please call the office and let us know. You can email a picture of the doctor's note if you have a doctor's note. If you are experiencing internet or power issues, then please let your child's teacher know right away. You can also let the office know because it might be something that we can help with. All right, one very last thing, please join our Grover Heights PTA. A video went out last week that talked about how to join and why you should join. So this is a great group of people committed to the students, and they have some vacancies on their board that they need to fill. So please consider, please definitely join as a member and consider joining, running for one of the board spots if you are interested. Okay, I am now going to turn everything over to your child's teacher. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure you fill out that form if you have any questions. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to contact us in the office. We are here to help and support however we can. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your time.
Hey, welcome to Back to School. My name is Mrs. McGuire, and it is a pleasure to be your child's fourth grade teacher this year. I am going to break down kind of what we do as virtual learners this year, and how the kids navigate through the classroom and expectations for them. So first off, as I have displayed here is the Google Classroom page. If you have not accepted the invitation to join the classroom as a parent and a parent guardian, please do so, because that enables me to send you weekly updates on their grades, on their status of work completion, and kind of helps you to check on them as well. So a couple things I want to show you today is to kind of how to navigate through this classroom. And this is what the kids are expected to do. So in our Google Classroom, we have a couple little tabs up here. So we have Stream and Classwork. Classwork is where the kids will go to find out what their assignments are. So in Classworks, or under the tab Classwork, there I list it by weeks. So we have week of August 24th through the 28th. So this is so today is August 27th. So what the kids will see today is they'll go down here. This is what I go over with right when class starts. They can click on Thursday, August 27th, and this has all of their assignments, all their schedule for the day. So I always start off with when they're meeting with me, and then we have our language arts block from 9 to 10:30. This is our language arts block Monday through Thursday. And during this time, I instruct at the beginning, and then I give them an independent assignment to work on. And at that time, while they're being independent, I either work with a small group in reading groups, or the kids have the option to come back and forth with me on the meeting if they need help. So all of these times that I have listed on here are times that I am live on the Google Meet, so the kids have access to help. All right, so language arts, on Thursday, we have our whole group instruction. And so you could look through this. One thing I do want to show you, I'm going to pop back over here. So on this Google Classroom, classwork, once again, you could go down even further, go down, and it says weekly assignment schedule. So this, if you click on it, you can see the whole week's schedule. And this is something I would ask that you do check on every week. And if you ever want to find out what your child should be doing for the day at a glance, this is the one to use. So it shows you our Monday through Thursday meeting times. And then our Friday times are a little different. So it shows there, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But Monday through Thursday, we have 3 times that they meet with me. On Tuesday and Wednesday, they also meet with their PE teacher, which I've also listed here. All right, and then if you look down, if we go down a little ways, you'll note the assignments that they have during the time. So from 9 to 10:30, I'm live on a Google Meet. They are only live with me if they need extra help during independent work time. Otherwise, they're with me from about 9 to 9:45. All right, and then they have some time to work on their own. And then also going down, they have their break from 10:30 to 10:50. And then at 10:50 to 12:20, we meet again. I stay live with them till 12:20, even on the days when they have music. PE, I stay on just in case they need some help getting to PE or getting to music. But we start off with a math whole group, and then I give them an independent assignment to work on. All right, till 12:20. And once again, I'm there if they need me, so they can come back and forth. And then in the afternoon's just a bit different. In the afternoon, so I went up rather than down. The afternoon, they meet with me, and we will either be doing social studies, science, writing, and sometimes art, kind of fun thing to do together activity. So this is this week's assignment, or I should say last week's, because I believe this video is going out on September 1st. So they can access their assignments here, or you can, to see what they should be, right? And one other thing I want to show you. So let's say, for example, they missed class, all right? They missed the meeting. So if you go for Wednesday, August 26th, you can click on that, open it up, and if they miss the meeting, what I do, it takes a little while to get the videos, but I record the session. So I record the times that I'm instructing, not the whole time that we're just on. They need my help when I'm instructing. So we have a video 9 o'clock meeting. This is what we did in class. So they can click it. They can watch the video. All right. So they can see what they missed in class. All right. And it is critical that they attend because, as you know, there may be an assignment here, but sometimes we have other discussions or questions to clarify things that would be helpful as well. So being online with me, being live, is a lot more beneficial than just watching the video. But the videos will be available on this page if they miss, all right? And it usually takes about an hour or so after. So let's say, for example, our meeting was at 9 o'clock. I probably won't post that video until maybe 11 or 10:30 during our break time, all right? So just note that they can come back and check it out. But for you guys as parents, what I'd like you guys to do, so we have our schedule here, and I'm going to, before I move on to the next little topic I want to cover, on Fridays, there's been a lot of curiosity about, what are we doing on Friday? What does the schedule look like? What exactly is required? So Fridays, we meet in 2 different care groups. So care group 1, care group 2, and these are the list of the kids that are in the groups. So if your child meets with me at 9 o'clock, they're with me from 9 to about 9:30. After they meet with me, there will be assignments that they can go and work on. So 10 o'clock to 10:30, this is just kind of an estimated time for them to work on this. And this is a story that I do read aloud. So Walk 2 Moons, chapter 1 and 2 is what they'll be doing. They should have done already on Friday, 28th. Anyway, and then there's questions for them to answer. So 9 to 9:30, they're with me, then they would move right into that. Although it says 10 to 10:30, they would still be able to jump into it. And then the kids that meet at 9:30, they may want to start this at 9 o'clock, right, to get it done, and then meet at 9:30. We meet once on Friday, and that's it. So the rest of the day on Friday, there is independent work for them to do. It is work, this part, Walk 2 Moons would be graded. The other part after that is not. And why I say that is it's supposed to be more of a flexible day for the kids to get caught up. So if they're missing any of these assignments from Monday through Thursday, for myself, for their PE teacher, for their music teacher, this is the day they need to get it caught up, all right? If they need extra help from me, that would be the day that I could give them more one-on-one time to help them, right? Although I am available to them pretty much all day, all right? From 9 to 2:30, they have access to me, can ask me any questions that they need answered. So this is a breakdown of our schedule, and you have access to it every week, every day, so on our Google Classroom page. So I'm going to jump back over to the Classroom page. One part that is super important for you as the parent to help support the kids or your child is this little menu tab. So over here it says Main Menu. on the main menu tab, you can click it. And when you open it up, there, if you go down, it shows the classes they're enrolled in, but the to-do list, if you click that, it's going to show you all the assignments that your child needs to be working on, need to complete, possibly they're past due. Right? So that's one way to keep check on making sure that they're catching or keeping up with the assignments. So this to-do list should be checked. And I have the kids check it daily, because sometimes they turn something in and maybe they didn't. And so, for example, too, if they have an assignment, I'll give you a quick peek at one. Let's say they have daily math review. This is something that right now we're doing in class together. And so they turn it into me, I grade it, but they open up their assignment. So their assignment is a paper assignment. Since I'm not in the class with them and I can't walk around and check their work, I send them a slide. So the slide is for them to click on insert. So they go to insert, they click image, they go down to camera, and you can see my desktop there. They hold up their work and take a picture of it. So if it was their daily math review, which was under my dot camera right there, they would take a picture of that and send it to me. So I know that right now it seems like a lot of stuff that they're having to turn in, and I'm having them do that just to hold them accountable, make sure they are responsible and on top of things every day, not letting things pile up on them. All right. And back over here, I'm going to close that tab out. Back over here at classwork, in the classwork area, so right here we have grades. You can always access and check your child to see how they're doing. But once again, after you join me or join the classroom as a parent and guardian, I will send you a summary of their grades and a summary of what they're doing. And you can keep up with what they're missing and help remind them of that too. All right. And it is important that the kids show up for every one of the meetings that we have. If they're not going to be at the meeting, please shoot me an email. You can email me at my school address, right, which I'll type in over here so you can see it. But please email me if you have questions, concerns throughout the year and or throughout the day, whatever it is, please talk to me. If your child's struggling with something, let me know. I am here to help them and help them be successful. I want them to be engaged in class and be able to work and feel empowered by what they know and their knowledge, their abilities to do things. So I am pleased with seeing what they're doing. They are just fourth graders and they're working very hard. So this is just our second week and I'm impressed by all the work that they've done. It is going to get a little harder. It is going to increase. So just these first 2 weeks are kind of a training time, but they will be required to be turning in more assignments. A little more difficult dependent assignments will occur. But once again, I am here to help them from pretty much 9 to 2:30, unless it's our break time or something where I do get up and move around as well. So any questions for me, please email me. And one last thing before I'm done. Whenever your child is working at home, it's totally okay to help them. Please don't do it for them. Kind of coach them a little bit and guide them, but don't do their work for them. And especially the writing. I've noticed that the kids, if I give them an essay to write, that children that are usually in the classroom that are struggling to do that independently suddenly can write these beautiful 5-paragraph essays. And so although you want to help them be successful, in the long run, it really doesn't help them because they're not independent and they don't have that confidence that they can do it. So please encourage them to try. I will continue to instruct them in writing and all their other subjects too, but just guide them, but don't do it for them and don't tell them the answers, right? Because we want them to have that knowledge and we want it to be a lifelong knowledge, not just a day or two assignment. All right. So thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for attending our back to school night. Soon we will be conducting conferences, which would be virtual. So I will be scheduling conferences with you to discuss your child's needs, how they're growing, and so forth. So just like we would in October, I probably will do them a little sooner. But so anyway, so look for those invitations to join me. And any questions, please email me. You can do it through Parent Square as well as even, if you need to call the office, you can do that. If you want something, maybe get a message right away. But anyway, thank you for sharing your kids with me. I will do my very best to teach them, to get them prepared for 5th grade. And in the event that we come back to class, that would be awesome to meet in person, and you as well. But please keep the communication open and fluid, so back and forth, that you let me know how they're doing. I'll check in on the kids as well. But anyway, thank you for coming, and I hope that I'm looking forward to a really great year. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Dina Myers, the music teacher for general music for 4th and 5th grade. Music is a regular part of the 4th and 5th grade curriculum and will be a graded component of the report card. Assignments will be found in the Music Google Classroom and should be turned in through the Music Google Classroom. There will be a Google Meet each week and an assignment that's due each week. The Google Meets for Grover Heights are Tuesdays for 5th graders, 10:50 to 11:30, and Wednesdays for 4th graders from 10:50 to 11:30. The meets will sometimes be quiet and sometimes be loud. When we're working with instruments, the students will be expected to practice outside of the Google Meet for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Some of the time, we will be using a new curriculum software called Music First Junior. This will require an additional login because it doesn't sync with Google Classroom. We'll be using the same username that you use for other district logins and a password that will be very easy to remember. If your student would like to have more music during the week, I will be offering optional music on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays from 2:30 to 3 and Fridays from 2 to 2:30. This is not a replacement for the regular lesson. If your son or daughter needs extra help, I will also have a live meet to help anybody who comes with their music assignment. Those will be Monday from 3 to 3:30 and Friday from 2:30 to 3. The Monday session for help overlaps the optional PE time. I would encourage your student to go to PE unless they really need help with a particular music assignment. Of course, you can always ask me questions through the comments on each assignment and through Parent Square. If you ask through the assignment, I can see the assignment and probably give you the better advice. Of course, I'm happy to set up a meet with just you and your child to walk through the lesson if we need to. Okay? I've been teaching music in this district for over 25 years, and I'm looking forward to this new adventure in new ways to teach and teaching your child about music and hopefully instilling in them the love of music that I found as a student in this district. I'll see your students soon, and I hope to see you also. Bye-bye.